Okay, so just continuing here, we have the cage circle, and C is 3 4 5 string shape. A is 5 6. You see how the letter is surrounded by its numbers? G is 6 7 root. E is 7 root 2. D is 2 3 4, and they share the numbers in between. But if we go in fifths, they're not sharing anymore. They're borderline neighbors. C is 3 4 5, doesn't share with this. Its fifth G is 6 7 root, doesn't share with its fifth G is 2 3 4, doesn't share with its fifth A is 5 6, doesn't share with its fifth E, which is 7 root 2. So it would count 3 4 5 6 7 root 2 3 4 5 6 7 root 2 3 4 5 up to C again, like that. So we see that indicative in the fretboard here. So let's just say we're in the key of C. So what we'd have here is a fret nut right here. This is your fret nut down here. Okay, just imagine that's where your fret nut is in the C box. Okay, so that is how it works. Each box has a fourth and a fifth, so the C would be, and its fourth is E shaped. So the fourth of C is F. You have to bar that one. And then its fifth is G shaped, like that, okay? And then we have the minor. So here's our C, here's our E shaped fourth, here's our G shaped fifth. Then we have the minors, so we have a D minor shaped D minor there, E minor shaped E minor, and then just bring that up to the E major shaped F, G, and then A minor. And then we have, it's written here as C half diminished because it kind of is related to the sea, not the ocean. As Kennedy once said, well, life came from the sea. And a wonderful president, and was taken from us by a deranged and delusional individual, or whatever. They said it was a conspiracy. We had to study that stuff in high school. Oh, we did the whole thing. We did like 3 weeks on it. But let's hope that we can get our young people, or people who are mentally ill, or people who are desperate. Let's hope we can get them help, and take care of people who belong to our community, just on a community level, and hope that people can be happy with life. And that's what I do with the guitar. It makes me happy, rather than going out and doing whatever I have to do, which is fix one of my cars. And if I said, well, do the lesson, because that way we'll get it out of the way. It's only an hour, and we'll get stronger on the playing. So let's continue back on to the lesson here. So we have now the A is kind of interleaved, so I put the A banner up top here. So the 5 6 box is the A box here, and the G box then doesn't share with the C. The A and the C box share, the A and the G box share. But the point is that let's just look at the G box itself so we don't get confused. Over here on the G box, it has its own fourth shape, and it has its own fifth shape. So when we're playing a G shape here in the G box, now the G box actually in the key of C is up here, because remember, it doesn't share any notes with the C box. So here's the 7th of G. I'm just putting the capo here, but the fret nut would be here. If you're playing that, well, no, not really. The fret nut goes here for the G, the open G. You don't get that 7. You don't get that F sharp unless you down tune your guitar like I did. I down tune my guitar 2 whole steps. So anyway, up here with the G-shaped C, you know, you just make a G and you bring it up so many. There, now you got a G-shaped C, right? Same shape. Although everything's the same shape on the piano, it seems. So, and in guitar, the shapes are more significant. They're more individual. So, we're going to use a C shape for the 4th. So that's an F there. And we're going to use a D shape for the 5th. That's a D-shaped C. You know, same thing. We take our open D and bring it up so many, you know, bring it up a 5th. Okay? To on one string, you know, horizontally. A horizontal 5th. And that's pretty long of an interval on one string here. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frets. And so these, but when we look at this C shape and D shape, that's really just a substitution, is what I'm telling you. Okay, so here, let's get the cable off. That's really a substitution, and that's going to help us with the string shapes in the subject today. And believe me, I'm not super duper excited about today's subject because I'm learning this at the same time that you are. I am. I forgot what I was talking about. I completely forgot what I was talking about. It's crazy. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Rather than put my bloopers at the end, we'll just have embedded bloopers. Yes, I forgot what we were talking about. And I guess one of the ways we can do it is just pick it up from anywhere else. We're going to end up, you know, down the same stream. Okay, so let's jump ahead to. Okay, I can just finish up here by saying, let's say when we get to the other shapes, we have 1, 4, 5 shapes. So when we get to the G box, we've got G, C, D. Get to the D box, it's D, G, A. So we got 1, 4, 5 there. A is A, D, E. But the only difference is when with the E box and the A box, you see there's this missing fret which may have something to do with it. I call it the missing fret. It's a fret. It's a real fret. It's all accidentals in the key of C guitar, which cage is in, because this is a C here, and E, low E, becomes the 3rd of that C. Oh, one thing I was going to explain to us. What are we trying to do today? Okay, so we're able to do the diatonic, we're able to do the pentatonic. What we want to be able to do easily with the string shapes is the triads and the triad minors. Okay, now remember, if we go to the 4th and we take the treat it as it's a temporary root, so it's root 3, 5 there, and we go root 3, 6 of the 4th. Then we have the 2nd minor 1st inversion.